We're going to go into public session, and I'm going to turn the transcript on, and I'm going to begin the recording. So CUNY
Recording in
TV, that's your
progress.
cue. Members of the Board of Trustees, Committee on Student Affairs and Special Programs, please respond present when you hear your name. Trustee Una Clark.
Present.
Trustee Sandra Wilkin.
Present.
Trustee Michael Arvanites. No, I thought that might be the iPhone. Trustee Myra Linares Garcia.
And agreement.
Present.
Great. Sorry, what was that? Somebody just said something? Okay. Hugo Fernandez. Nope. I see Professor Pecorino.
Present.
Great. Alexia Christopher. The student rep. Nope. Or Shazazaki. Okay. And Trustee Giovanni Picant.
Present.
Hi, Giovanni. Okay, we have a quorum. This public meeting of the Committee on Student Affairs and Special Programs is now called to order. On March 7, 2020, Governor Cuomo issued Executive Order 202 declaring a state of emergency in response to the COVID-19 outbreak. On March 13, 2020, Governor Cuomo issued Executive Order 202.1, which included a suspension of law allowing the attendance of meetings telephonically or other similar service. Article 7 of the Public Officers Law, to the extent necessary to permit any public body to meet and take such actions authorized by the law without permitting in-person access to meetings and authorizing such meetings to be held remotely by conference call or similar service, provided that the public has the ability to view or listen to such proceeding and that such meetings are recorded and later transcribed. In accordance with the executive order, this board meeting is being held via video conference with a live stream found at the CUNY Board of Trustees website. A copy of the calendar and agenda is also available online at the CUNY Board of Trustees website. Additional items may be added during the meeting, and as a reminder, please mute your audio so we can ensure that everyone can hear. I will now take a roll call attendance from members of the Chancellery. Members of the Chancellery, please respond present when you hear your name. Chancellor Felix Matos Rodriguez.
Present.
General Counsel and Senior Vice Chancellor for Legal Affairs, Derek Davis.
Present.
From University Provost Daniel Lemon. Interim Vice Chancellor Denise Maybank.
Present.
President Jennifer Rabb. The COPS liaison. Deputy to the Vice Chancellor, Ian James. I see you, Ian, but you're muted. I got you. Okay, Rakshana Ali from the CUNY School of Professional Studies.
Present.
Great. Avasa Arjun from Queensborough Community College.
Present.
Almitra Lambert from Ostos Community College. I think we have a step-in from Ostos, Michael Colon.
Present.
Great. Luis, otherwise known as Junior Alvarez, Bronx Community College.
Present.
And Yuma Romana Sama from Queens College.
Present.
Terrific. It's all yours, Trustee Clark.
Thank you. Thank you so very much, Madam Secretary. I will now call on Vice Chancellor Denise Maybank to present a report of the committee.
Good afternoon, members of the Committee on Student Affairs and Special Programs. As we end this spring semester, I want to take just a few minutes to highlight some pertinent accomplishments and activities from across the university. I will be brief and mindful of our time as we have an outstanding panel of student presenters today, and it is their voices we want to hear. As you are aware, this is a special time of year when we get to celebrate with CUNY students as they complete degrees from the various schools and colleges and go off into the world to begin their new phase of lives. Hopefully you have had an opportunity to participate in some ceremony, event, or recognition to connect with others in this celebration. And we say congratulations to you all. We know that you are going out into the world to make the big difference, to find the cures for the things that are our ills and to make a mark on this world. And so we are grateful to have had just an opportunity to touch your lives. We had the opportunity to meet with members of the Student Affairs and Enrollment Management Council and to talk about points of pride from this year that definitely would be characterized as difficult or challenging. And some of the things that they pointed to were celebrating the largest graduating classes for a number of our campuses. That is significant under the circumstances. There are accolades to faculty and to members of the staff on those campuses, on all of our campuses, as they showed their resiliency and their commitment to our students to make certain all services, activities, and instruction were done in a way that was sensitive and responsive. They pointed to robust virtual services and programs with great student participation. The fact that that we were able to engage and retain students over the course of this time is to be applauded. Stronger relationships were built with students as that interaction became even more important in the distancing. Flexibility with virtual learning and experiential learning provided opportunities for students to find new ways of being, learning, and moving forward. We recognize all of the adjustments that had to be made and all of the things that will make a difference. As you've heard me report over time, we saw improvements and increases in food security for students, opportunities through SNAP for our students to gain access to additional resources. We implemented new mental health services and tools through the resources that were made available. I point to programming as this is Pride Month. And there have been a number of activities to celebrate our LGBTQ plus communities, QI plus communities. And I want to just bring to your attention that on June 25th, the 4th annual CUNY Pride Fest at Queens College will happen from 4 to 6 p.m. And this is a virtual event, free and open to the public. The last thing I want to point to is the fact that we've not had a chance to really talk a lot about special programs this year, but I do want to acknowledge the fact that our special programs in SEEK and CD have received additional funding from the state budget for SEEK in particular for fiscal year 22, and from the city budget for college discovery. These resources will allow programs to resume some activities and services previously halted and to innovate for the types of programming that will support our student participants in the next academic year. With that, Trustee Clark, I will conclude my report.
Thank you so very much, Vice Chancellor. Let us now turn to items requiring today's vote. Given the board members are participating remotely, I announce resolutions and ask members to respond only if they would like to abstain or to oppose an item. Otherwise, your vote will be recorded as a yes vote. If you are voting or abstaining, please state your name and vote. Additionally, if you wish to second an item or have a question, please state your name first to be recorded, and let's avoid speaking over each other. We would like to take up the following items for approval. Action item 2A, which is approve the minutes of May 3rd, 2021 meeting. I move for the approval of action item 2A. Do I have a second?
Second, Linares Garcia.
We will now vote on the item. Please respond or abstain if you would like to abstain or oppose.
I must abstain. I was not present for the last meeting. Phil Pecorino.
With no items Now we will vote. Please, second and respond with all the members, recognizing that the vote will be recorded as a yes vote if you do not have any other thing to say. Thank you. With no items on the policy agenda, now I call for the interim Vice Chancellor Maybank to introduce several students that will share their reflections and challenge of the year.
Thank you, Trustee Clark. Engineer, physician, and former astronaut Mae Jemison said, "Never be limited by other people's limited imaginations," end quote. Today, we have 5 students from among our 225 plus amazing CUNY students who I will identify as limitless. They have come to share their experiences during the past year. Each will take 2 minutes of personal introduction. Then, if time permits, we'll take a few questions. They will speak in the following order. Rakshana from CUNY School of Professional Studies, Avasa from Queensborough Community College, Junior Alvarez from Bronx Community College, Uma Romana, I think I said that right, and if I didn't, please correct me, Queens College, and Michael Colon from Hostos College. Rakshana?
Good afternoon, Chancellor, Vice Chancellor, trustees. My name is Rakshana Ali, representing the CUNY School of Professional Studies, where I majored in disability services and higher education and completed a certificate in disability studies. I have been a member and co-chair of the student-led club called the Disabilities and Access Coalition as well. I'm proud to have been able to complete my studies as scheduled despite the pandemic while being fully remote. Having already been studying online was advantageous, but the pandemic made many aspects of our lives challenging. I'm appreciative of the care, consideration, and flexibility that was imparted from SPS and the CUNY institution as a whole. The DAC was able to put together events for our college community, knowing how vital it was to retain important aspects of our lives before the pandemic. In the spring of 2020, the club quickly shifted the scheduled in-person event Perspectives on Access into a remote event. We held a sneak peek of a new documentary called Speaking Nearby, Conversations in Shetland. And that summer, our club joined the CCSD Student Day of Action to make posters in community. This past fall, we hosted events such as a Q&A with author Jason Katzenstein and held a Navigating Ableism panel discussion. SPS provides students with important services and supports for a wide range of needs, from requiring mental health counseling, emergency grants, and coursework flexibility, to name a few. The college tripled its student club offerings over the last few semesters, highlighting the need and desire to maintain community for students like myself while being remote. Zoom meeting spaces helped increase student club membership and access for SPS students who reside outside of New York City to participate and socialize with their peers in an inclusive community with diverse voices. In the DAC, we have members from Canada, California, the Midwest, because of our club being on Zoom. This is an important lesson to recall even when we return to our in-person environments, to realize who might be missing from the spaces we occupy and seek solutions to include them and cultivate spaces for success and betterment. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Avasa?
Good evening, distinguished members of the Board of Trustees and the Chancellery. It is a sincere honor to be here. My name is Avasa Arjun, and I'm a recent graduate of Queensborough Community College, where I majored in business administration with a minor in policy and government. I will be continuing my studies in policy and government to better serve my community. But navigating these big dreams and limitless opportunities can be intimidating, and I would not have been able to do it alone had it not been my counseling center and Citizenship Now. As someone who suffers from depression and anxiety, when I enrolled in school after a 3-year hiatus, it was terrifying. I was surrounded by deaths, sicknesses, and stress in this past year alone. but I was supported by my mental health office. I was connected to a magnificent women's group, and along with individual counseling, I thrived as a student. I became the co-founder and vice president of the Political Science Society, a leader and mentor in the Malawi Leadership Academy, and valedictorian of my graduating class. When I entered the academy, I struggled with imposter syndrome, but after my completion of MLA, I gained the ability to lead and recognize the power of my voice. The stressors that students face every day can interfere with the completion of their degree. A major one for me was my immigration status. After disclosing this to my counselor, she was able to connect me to Citizenship Now, where I was able to meet with a lawyer, get assistance with the paperwork, and even waive the application costs. My gratitude for these services go well beyond me. I would like to thank the Vice Chancellor Maybank and this board for supporting the curricular and co-curricular opportunities that have greatly assisted me. These opportunities have strengthened my commitment to help others, but most importantly, it has allowed me to be in a space to build a healthy relationship with myself in order to succeed. Thank you.
Thank you, Avasa. Junior?
Hello, everyone. My name is Luis Junior Alvarez. I go to Bronx Community College, BCC. I'm majoring in education. I'm the chair of the CUNY Coalition for Students with Disabilities, CCSD. My experience with distance learning has been challenging. I'm proud that when I or my members hit our low, having our CUNY CCSD family really helped. With the support of VC Maybank and her amazing team, we successfully formed a strong online community of support and resources. We were the first university-wide student group to have our full board meeting virtually. And today we have successfully sponsored and co-sponsored 227 online events with 8,850 participants and designed a distance learning toolkit to help students with online learning and CUNY resources. When I received a Chromebook from CUNY that I truly appreciated, I discovered it didn't support the software I needed. I spoke with my disability service office and they secured me a device I could use my assistive technology on, along with my ADA accommodations. I'm proud with CCSD, our statewide coalition, and USS, we secured $2 million for disability services from the New York State. I'm grateful to share that I'm a disabled student from the projects in the South Bronx with a 3.7 GPA, with a dream of continuing my education at Hunter College, where I hope to someday be a disability service director to help students. I've learned a lot during this time, from keeping my devices fully charged to reaching out for help. I love my school, especially my psychology class, where I learned about suicide prevention. When on a call one night with a friend who threatened to kill himself, I called 911. I'm happy to say they responded immediately and was able to get the help that they needed. Thank you to my BCC and CUNY family, my home away from home. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Junior. Uma Romana?
Hello, everyone. My name is Umair Amana, and my pronouns are she, her, and I am a senior at Queens College, majoring in Women and Gender Studies. I am proud to be here today as a member of the inaugural cohort of CUNY LGBTQ+ Advocacy Academy. The pandemic gave me an opportunity to reflect, and I am proud to have discovered my passion and area of fulfillment with the guidance of CUNY mentors in my career exploration. I look forward to assisting the growth of female innovators in the tech space, developing an inclusive experience to ensure a more prominent future while contributing my expertise to a team in developing ethical, bias-free algorithms. A recipient of the Chancellor Felix Matos Rodriguez Internship Fund supported my work with the organization Women in AI to further my academic studies while exploring the intersection of technology and gender studies that offered me an opportunity to bridge the divide between women and STEM while assisting with much needed financial support. During remote learning, I learned that it is crucial to possess a community-oriented mindset and that and use that to uplift and empower myself and my peers. The CUNY LGBTQ+ Advocacy Academy fostered a supportive, inclusive, safe space for students to come together and learn advocacy skills that will help me and students who look like me influence policy and government in the city, the state, and the country, while never forgetting that all politics are local. Students have an impact on their communities, home, neighborhood, and campus. I want to ensure the opportunity for us to become better decision makers and claim our rightful seat at the table. So special thanks to those on my campus like Professor Vaca, and in CUNY like Charmaine, Chris, VC Maybank, and several others for their commitment to diversity and inclusion. It allowed a space for me and so many others. Thank you.
Thank you, Umaramana. And now, Michael.
Hello, everyone. My name is Michael Colon. I'm a veteran of the United States Army and a current senior at Hostos Community College, majoring in radiologic technology. My time at Hostos has been very challenging in the most positive ways. Overcoming the financial burden to pay for school couldn't have been done without the help of Mr. Garcia at the Hostos Office of Veteran Affairs. Academic rigor was also challenging, but achievable with guidance from Professor Office Hours, the Radiology Laboratory, and the Hostos Library. During this past year, a unique set of challenges were brought upon us as we continued education through the pandemic. Being unable to attend in-person classes and clinicals brought a level of isolation and fear that I have never known before. However, with the Accessibility Resource Center, I was assured connections wouldn't be severed as laptops were provided. Education as I knew it changed forever. I learned the importance of explicit communication, teamwork, and resilience. I will apply this when communicating with patients, collaborating with coworkers, and problem solving any unforeseen issues at home or work. I'd like to give a special thanks to Mr. Garcia and Professor Stelmore. Thank you all.
Thank you, Michael. I think you would agree with me, limitless, boundless, and amazing. I could think of no better way to end this semester's worth of meetings than to bring before you those for whom we are here. And thank you to each of you for your voices, for your perspectives, and for all you have accomplished as students at CUNY. We applaud you today. That concludes our presentation, and I'm looking at the time, and we are at 3:58. So I will defer to the chair.
Thank you so much, Vice Chancellor Maybank. There are no other items for this evening's meeting. May I have a second to adjourn today's meeting?
I'd like a comment if I can, Chair.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, thank you. I just wanted to take a moment and thank all of those amazing students. I mean, I try to take as many notes as I could, but you know, I'm always left so inspired. And anyone that has worked with me knows that whenever we're engaging with students, that's kind of my sweet spot. And I just want to say thank you for putting the services and programs for our students during this quarantine. Thank you for sharing your hardships and challenges. I mean, to be so open and honest and showing that reaching out really gives us the ability to get services that are out there. You know, just the work that's being done both in the LGBTQI+ community as well as the disabled community, and even what we're doing in the veteran community. I mean, it's so excited. I wrote down, Michael, you know, communication, collaboration, and teamwork. So I just think that just resonates with everything. And I'm left so inspired by you all. Congratulations on your accomplishments, and thank you for being part of our community and making our CUNY system shine so much. So thank you, Chair.
Before we completely adjourn, are there any other members of our committee who wants to make a comment?
Trustee Piquant, you know, I think hearing these stories, I'll make it very quick, but hearing these stories give me a lot of chills because this is the reason why I stay committed into student advocacy, even though it is not easy. Just hearing about the historic wins we've gotten for disability fundings for SEEK, I think this is a testament of what's it about. And it just shows when we invest in our students, what is able to come. And this is a testament of CUNY. And I'm so incredibly proud to call you all my classmates and my colleagues. It's always an honor to represent you all, and you all keep me on my toes. And that's why I always continue to fight for you all, because you're all doing amazing things, and I wish you the best of luck. So thank you so much for all that you do.
Are there any other comments? If there are no other comments, I move for adjournment of the meeting.
Second, Leonidas Garcia.
The meeting is adjourned. Have a great, wonderful summer, all of you, and we look forward to returning in the fall. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Nothing but A's this summer.
Yes.